Can't use that in YouTube video.
So what are we doing, JBL?
Installing the oil pan for the LS swap on the X-frame.
Holly oil pan?
Yes, sir. Holly. So I already installed the tray, the passage. Somebody had already installed the drain on it. So now I need to install this for the oil filter.
Adapter?
It's already got Loctite on it.
You got oil filter? So you had to cut this thing?
Yeah, so you cut this part here, the first quarter of it, and see how shallow the pan is right here? The front part, it would hit right there. And then you cut a little section out for the pickup tube. You can see it better from up here, so it won't hit the pickup tube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I installed a new O-ring and new bolts right there. And then you reuse this one. Some of these are designed different, so if this is hitting it, you have to notch it. But luckily, we didn't have to notch that one. It fit right on. So I'm gonna install this for the oil filter, clean all this up real good, and we're using the gray RTV. You got it over there, right here. This is the good stuff. It's a little pricey, but you get what you pay for, and this is recommended when doing oil pan swaps. This is what I used on the Rocket, and
I use that on the pumpkin on the rear end also.
yeah. There's not one drop anywhere. This stuff is really good, and you don't put silicone around the whole thing like a small block. It's really just in the front and over here in the back. And the gasket itself takes care of the rest. High tech.
Fancy?
Yeah, fancy.
Okay.
Factory.
How much did you pay for that gasket? Like $50?
Yeah.
It sucks that thing is raw aluminum because it's already dirty.
Yeah, I mean I've got my fingers smudged all over it. So. I'm gonna have to give this a good crank, Bobby. I believe I have a socket that size. We can get to it when we do the filter.
Yeah.
Alright, clean up this mess. Give me that towel that's on the.
You want the little roll lock?
To clean it?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's pretty clean. Just need to get that off.
Leaking water. Because it's held on with 2 bolts right now.
Look. Gray Arctic. Good shit.
Well, if it falls off the stand, maybe the knock sensor will hold it. Maybe. So, bring you guys back once we get this thing installed. Bobby,
What are you spraying, Bobby?
how much you torqued them bolts down?
Whatever's on the.
Whatever the instructions said? Okay.
Yeah.
18. 18 foot-pounds. So oil pan's on. And now what? Made it to the transmission?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So we're gonna bring the little hoist over here and we're gonna mate it to the transmission just like that. And then take the whole assembly next door. Those are the dirty dingo sliders.
Yeah.
Do they have clean dingo sliders?
No, just dirty and extra dirty.
We got a nice little hoist set up here.
You gonna show that?
Sure.
It works, huh?
It worked, huh? It didn't fall.
Yeah.
There goes Bobby on his knees.
No Loctite on that or none?
You know what? Anti-seize would have been good, but I mean, it ain't going on.
Okay. At least that came with the bolts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta run to the store and buy bolts for that. You gonna reuse the same spark plugs?
Yes.
They match.
They match? So we drag this thing over here right now. So we're gonna get the motor mounts on there and I guess set it on the transmission mount and figure out where we need to drill holes.
We'll mark it. We'll do a center with the tape,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll do a center over here on the crank. And then that, we need to double the transmission, so it needs to sit flush. You know what I mean? But we can do that with the back mount.
Yeah.
So you don't want your engine sitting like this.
Right.
You want that sucker straight as possible.
Okay. So we were able to move this motor without chipping any paint, thanks to this little contraption.
We thought of that.
Yeah, we didn't want to chip the paint on the head because then it won't look pretty. So I guess we bring you guys back once we start centering. You got to buy more stuff, Bobby. Thing looks pink in the video. So we set the frame on.
These are different.
What, the valve covers?
The coil packs.
Oh. I'm sorry, we set the motor on the frame. We didn't set the frame on.
Where are all the bolts at?
Down the floor.
So y'all set this thing, line it up with the transmission mount, and then drill the holes.
Yeah. Well, we taped the cross member first,
Yeah.
and we pretty much taped it from here all the way down to here.
With just blue painter's tape.
Yeah, blue painter's tape. We set everything in. We lined it up with the transmission mount, and we did a center line here for the crank.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we figured that out, we outlined the these mounts.
Yes.
We outlined them with a marker, and then we marked what we could on top. You can't really get the marker in here, so you want to outline them and mark what you can, and then hold everything out, put them back on, and then finish doing the holes, without the engine, and then just drill the holes.
With a step-up bit.
Yes, that thing will save your bits.
So the header collector is really close, but that's what this calls for, huh?
Yeah, here's the connection at the bottom. You want to get that. So it comes angled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can see in here or not. But
Oh, okay. Oh, it'll work.
yeah,
Yeah, we got room.
my hand's kind of in the way, but
Yeah, no, it shows. Yeah.
same on the other side.
So now we're gonna start on the
We do the
on the valve covers and the pulley kit.
Yeah, here's just a quick glimpse.
Oh.
This goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet. Bobby's getting excited.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll just bring this video back once everything is on. All right. So here we are. It's Saturday, November 27, 2021. And we finished up this roller. And what? Oh, yeah, we finished up the roller here earlier today. We got the motor set on and all dressed up with the front end kit. It's still missing a few things. Thermostat housing. We're waiting on the intake. But other than that, I think the motor's pretty much where it needs to be. We got the headers on. Oh, the coil packs. So the frame's all powder coated. The rear end is narrowed. We're waiting on the rear Disc brake caliper, passenger side, should be in Monday before we can finish that up. It's got a hop hose Y-bone. Did some reinforcements on the frame, just kind of like a stress point deal. It's got brand new Dayton's with the dog ear fluted and the real Dayton porcelain chips. So what you think, Bobby? It's Bobby Big Bucks over here. That's his frame.
I like it.
Yeah. I like the contrast on the pulley with the paint. But we were thinking pinstripe maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit of pinstripe on the pulleys maybe?
I thought the color was gonna be lighter.
A little something right here. So there's a lot of guys on that always ask, how much for this, how much for that, how much to do this. So just this video right here is not really to brag on how much was spent on this, but it's more like a realistic approach on what it takes to put something like this together, and how long. Now it could be faster if you'd work on it every day, but all of us have full-time jobs, so it's kind of a weekend thing. So Bobby, you want to go into detail about how much you have sitting in this thing right here?
On the wheels, Dayton's, World Dayton's, we got about 4,000.
Now these spinners are not made anymore, by the way. So you got to find those first, and then you got to buy them.
I bought those spinners about 6 years ago for 400, and now they sell re-chrome for like 1,200.
Man, he stole them things for $400.
This is the frame. I have about 2,600.
And that's in,
Give or take, powder coat, disc brakes, the Y-bone,
the coils, cylinders.
shortening the rear end, all the suspension, ball joints, the 500 gearbox.
Tie rods, the whole. So to have a rolling frame with no motor.
Yep.
What did you say?
It's about 2,600,
About 2,600.
give or take.
Okay.
I did do some reinforcements, but we're not counting labor, and I didn't pay for that material.
Okay. Spring pockets, rear channel, and cross member. Okay.
And on the engine, I have,
Now this is an LS motor out of what?
I think it was a 06 Avalanche.
But it's been rebuilt.
Yeah.
At one point it was rebuilt.
I have about 4,300
4,300. That's with the pulley kit.
with everything you see right
Everything you see right now: headers, valve covers, pulley kit, paint,
now. Paint too.
paint,
Oil pan,
oil pan,
sliders.
sliders, motor mounts, transmission mount. That's about it for now.
I counted the intake already.
Oh, you already counted the intake.
'Cause I already paid for that. I'm just waiting for it.
Okay.
It's also going to be black.
Black intake to match. Okay. So between suspension work, wheels, motor, what are we looking at?
It's about 1,200 to 1,500.
1,000?
I mean 50,000.
Between 12 and 15,000?
Yes, sir.
And that's not counting labor,
Nope.
because we did it ourselves. So on the low end, we're talking $12,000, right?
Yep.
Very low end, and that's zero labor. So if people, I get a lot of comments, how much to do a frame, like this or that. Now this is the first LS conversion that I personally done, but he's done one. So it's a lot of money.
And of course, you can buy cheaper valve covers. It's not gonna get expensive.
Yeah,
2-piece.
you can get a cheaper pulley kit.
I believe Larry Dingo is.
Yeah, you can get one for half the price.
Okay.
It really just depends on the look you're going for and how much you want to spend.
You can go cheaper on the wheels. You don't got to have
Yeah.
brand new Daytons, but brand new Daytons are brand new Daytons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Putting on new socks.
It's like putting on a fresh pair of socks. Sure. Sure.
And I also didn't have to pay for welding.
Yeah, you did it yourself
Did it myself.
by trade. That's what you do.
Yeah, Bobby's a little modest. He's very modest. But this guy's a master fabricator.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, man.
He won't say that because, again, he's really modest. But this guy, he knows how to do it. He's really good.
A-arms are extended, 1 inch. So we're still lacking gas line, brake line, drive shaft, rear brake calipers, intake, power steering hoses. But that comes with the tilt. You're going to do tilt steering?
Yep.
Tilt steering, 44-inch moonroof,
All new wiring,
all new digital coda, American Auto Wire,
AC.
air condition.
Yep.
It's going to be a nice car.
Yep. It's a lot of work.
A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of work reinforcing all this stuff. I mean, yeah, people don't see what
goes on behind the scenes. I mean, they watch an 8-minute video or a 5-minute video, and they're like, well, how much, But I mean, we've been hitting this thing since Thanksgiving for the past 3 days. 8 to 10 hours a day just to put it together.
Yeah. I had my friends help me with this. Well, 2 of my friends.
Yeah.
Miguel and Antonio. And that took us like almost all day
Just to make that.
Just to make this. It took us a long time.
Yeah, man. So, man, good job. It's going to be a really nice car. So I think this is going to wrap up the kind of the videos for this for now, because we're gonna start on this heap of a vehicle. We're going to try and do some sheet metal work on this, get all the metal replaced, and then possibly jump on that 68 fastback paint job. Yeah? Motor paint. It's going to be LS conversion also. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Just wanted to give you guys a reality estimate on what something like sitting right here costs. Because it's a lot of money. A lot of people sleep on lowriders, like, oh, they're, underappreciated for sure. And this is really, I mean, there's no chrome. There's no chrome undercarriage. The frame is not painted. So it can get a lot more expensive. I mean, if you were to chrome the undercarriage, add another $5,000. Paint the frame, add another, grand.
And then again, no labor.
And that's without labor. So I don't even know what people charge for labor, but
And then go wrapper frame. Try to reinforce it.
you have $30,000 in a roller.
Easy.
Easy. So I think this is probably like half the car. Yeah. So we're good. We're sitting good right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll bring you back. We're going to start on the 60 here with the sheet metal. Really looking forward to that. Been waiting for that. And bring you guys back when we get some more work.